Hey everyone, Ash here for the Triple S League. So a few weeks ago, I released a video with my thoughts and impressions about the Star Control Origins closed beta, which I had been fortunate enough to take part in. To briefly sum up my thoughts at that point, I was impressed by how well Origins kept to the original feel and style of the classic Star Control games from the 90s, while at the same time leveraging the advances in technology that have come since. Although short, the portion of the game that I was able to play was a lot of fun and reminded me a lot of playing Star Control 2. Overall, my experience with the beta was very positive, and I believe that Origins has the potential to appeal to both fans of the classic series and newcomers to the Star Control franchise. That said, the beta did leave me with some unanswered questions, which I included when I posted my feedback to the developers. I was pleasantly surprised later that same day when I found that one of the devs, who goes by Dragonol on Steam, had taken the time to reply to my post with answers to several of my questions. Now that the beta is over and Star Control Origins is just over a week away, I thought this would be a great time to share some of those questions and the answers I received. Most of my questions revolved around the role-playing and open-world elements of the game. Origins is being marketed as an RPG, and the new Living Universe trailer paints a picture of a massive, dynamic world that you can freely explore and engage with in a variety of ways. Due to the shortness of the beta, however, I wasn't able to get a good handle on things like character progression or how your choices affect the world. One of my biggest questions related to the main story. Will it be set on rails, or will you have the ability to affect change in the world by the choices you make? Dragonol responded to this by saying, "Story is not on rails. There are many different paths you can take, though the end has a finite number of solutions which can be approached from different angles. However, the end is only the end of the main mission, the most immediate threat to Earth." In addition to confirming that, yes, your choices will affect how the story progresses, Dragonol seems to be implying here that there will be a lot to do outside the main questline, and that gameplay can continue after completing the main quest. I also asked about faction affinities, and Dragonol explained, "It's more like Pirates if you ever played that, so you don't have hard-coded variables. You can win or alienate various allies based on what you do." I actually haven't played Pirates. If anyone watching this is familiar with that game and has some insight into the faction system based on that, please let me know in the comments. In any case, it would appear that your allies and enemies are not set in stone, and your choices will affect how other factions respond to you. In terms of progression and upgrades, Dragonol said, "The upgrades are to your ship, but they can affect your entire fleet. There are a lot of different ships you can get during the course of the game." I can verify from playing the beta and talking with devs that unlike the classic games, each alien species in Origins will have multiple ship types. For example, they might have small fighters or scout ships, medium-sized frigates, and large cruisers. I like this deviation from the original formula because I think it'll bring a lot of strategy and variety to the combat. And in terms of upgrades, I like the idea that some of the customization options will affect your entire fleet and not just your main starship. Finally, I expressed my concern that the resource collection felt like it might get a little grindy. Dragonol affirmed that this was a common concern and said, "In practice, you won't land on 95% of the planets, because why would you? Most of your money comes from completing missions or various quests. I now have some insane number of hours testing, and I only land on planets if I think there's something interesting, like quests, or if it's one I recognize as having really valuable resources. So in our home solar system, that would only include a couple of worlds." I have to say, this really put my mind at ease. I'm not opposed to doing some resource collection, especially if it's something you can do during the general course of exploration in a game, but I'm much happier knowing that I can gain the money I need for upgrades by completing quests and continuing to engage with the story. Overall, Dragonol's answers put a lot of my concerns to rest and have me quite excited for the full release on September 20th. That said, what do you think? Are you looking forward to Star Control Origins? Do you have any questions or concerns that haven't been answered here? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and sub for more Origins content. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, sub, and hit that notification bell. And then check out some of these other videos. Find the link to our Discord server and other important stuff in the description below.
Rotated.